Hello you, and today we are at the Blue Diamond Garden Centre near Bingham looking for some Christmas baubles. Come and join me for a look around. Nice cows. I do like the badger. It's all looking very Christmassy. Well, I thought it looked Christmassy, but really I was just looking at the red and green of the plants and the gold lighting. Honestly, there wasn't much Christmassy about the entrance at all, apart from a little bit of tinsel over the archway that we'll see in a minute. Lots of nice indoor plants I could manage to kill, even if they have friendly pals. I think this might make good hair. I always like a good bonsai tree. And some succulents and some very prickly members.
You're getting as prickly as your damn cactus.
What a cute doggy.
And here's that very first sign, it might be Christmas soon. Smelly candles are always nice. Some very wintry colours. Apart from the odd little Christmas tree and a bit of wreath, this section felt like it was missing something. And for the entrance area, you'd think it'd have a little bit more. These ones are really pretty. So many diffusers here. The only problem with trying to buy one of these in the garden centre is there's so many around. You go nose blind.
The smell is melting my brain.
Some dried fruit to either stick in your gin, use as potpourri, or shove into your Christmas tree. So much to smell, it's quite overpowering.
The smell is meant to make you feel relaxed.
We got loads of these soaps once in TK Maxx. Lots of nice things for the bathroom. Ooh, I like the sound of this, a foot warmer. It's very fluffy inside. Nice big cups for tea. I've always fancied a popcorn maker. This bush reminds me of a Christmas pudding. Lots of festive cake decorations. These look like some rather handy egg poachers. Not bad for £8. Might be quite useful. I'm never very good at a poached egg. These are ducks to help you get your toast out the toaster. You've got the very expensive Joseph section here. They always look good, but I don't always find their stuff to be entirely practical. Although I wouldn't mind having my kitchen fitted out with it all. Nice Aga. I think for next year I need to try and do some cooking. Simple things that don't take too long because I haven't got the energy. I need to get some of these stretch lids as well. They always help save food, don't they? They certainly have a lot of items here for your kitchen. Most of it is quite fancy or decorative. I wouldn't dare use it for day-to-day anyway. I always like these wooden models. They come in sheets, you break them off and put them together with the instructions, and then a lot of these actually move. But unfortunately they don't always seem to be in the demo mode while they're moving. This one's a marble run. Some musical instruments, this doesn't move. These ones don't move either. We do have the train that does move. You can see the box for it there. The marble run. There are various types. And an air vehicle. These are all great games for after Christmas dinner or before. Oh, look at this one, that's nice. It's just a shame it's not on. These little scenes are nice as well. Must take so long to put them all together. They do a greenhouse as well, which my dad's done. So very fiddly, tiny little pieces. I like these lamps. But they're nice in the dark room. Nice, yes. Perhaps I need a thesaurus. You can't beat a puzzle. A large clothing section here, the women's area. And probably a very small men's area. Small men's? I didn't even see a men's section. This is something that we've had at the Christmas table. These kind of murder mysteries, escape room in a folder. Folder, or as it says, envelope. Didn't actually manage to solve it, so we'll try again this year. But what we did manage to solve is a chest which you have to unlock and decode to get to the prize inside, and that was quite fun. I'll have to show you that at some point. It's very fluffy. I like them when they're fake and not real. Nice section of different rugs. Little pebble pictures. Quite sweet. Sweet, yes. Finally a new word. Something that isn't nice. There were some Christmas decorations scattered here and there. This tree is selling the decorative hearts that you can see here. And that's actually why we're here at the garden centre. We are looking for Christmas tree decorations. To be more specific, baubles. Going to need some warmer socks for the festive season this Christmas. Maybe a new hat and scarf as well. I think this is as much as we had for a men's section. Some hats, scarves and some socks. And there's many cards for sale. And the food section too, which smells very nice from here. What I have spied,
I spy with my little eye,
is a large choo-choo train with a bear on top and a Christmas hat. Nice display of Christmassy goods here. And a lot of delicious looking cakes. One of each, please. And something I'm quite fond of, gingerbread, especially with icing on. I think this section must have been quite popular because they're running a little bit low, but for good reason. They do look rather tasty. This Lovemore range is free from wheat, gluten and milk. Grumpy Santa, well, I'm not surprised if he's had his picture taken whilst he's... Honestly, I thought he was sitting on the toilet at first. Sitting on the chimney defecating, oh that's not very pleasant, is it? I think he needs one of these many cups of teas to calm down so he's a bit nicer for Christmas. These meals that they have in the freezer section look quite nice. But we always live so far away that they'll probably defrost by the time we get back. Good selection of chutneys and various sauces and spices. I have to say the smells coming from the cafe are very appealing, although the menu looks rather expensive. They've got the greenhouse kitchen there and the cafe on the left. I don't know if they're two separate things or if it's part of the same. What I'm really looking forward to seeing is their Christmas display and what they've done with the Christmas lights and all the other little bits that you get, and of course the Baubles. And normally they have some kind of singing animatronic, be it reindeer or penguins, so we'll see what they have this time. And here's the big choo-choo train with the brown bear, not a polar bear, on top. All these little Christmas gifts I would have really liked as a kid. To be honest, I'd probably still get excited now if someone gave them to me. Especially if it's a pop-up book. I love those. Come at me, bro. I like how this knight is attacking this dinosaur. These are cute. Winnie the Pooh. This is my kind of display. Anything that's lights and sparkly, I'm just drawn to it and want to have a look. I love a room filled with all these kind of things. I think I used to be a moth in a past life. Hello you, and welcome to the vlog. If you're enjoying it so far, please like and subscribe. Rah. Tatty bye. Look at these dancing sunflowers. The modern take on those little ones that you used to get. The dancing daisies. And of course the garden centre won't be complete without the flowers part of the garden centre, but that's the bit I normally don't look around because I don't really have a garden to put things in, and I'll probably kill stuff off. Although that's not to say I can't appreciate a nice looking flower. I don't know if this comes through on camera, but they're always quite trippy, these infinity mirror kind of decorations. And this is the part I've been looking forward to, the flashy Christmas lights and decorations. It's another big steam train, the Blue Diamond Express, as it says, carrying the presents and, of course, Santa. I nearly hit my head walking past these. This part is all very festive and Christmassy. And I do like it when they have little sections they've made dark so all the lights show up nicely. It had a lot of separate, expensive baubles. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, Mr. Santa. Nice sparkly display. An array of Christmas sconks. And the price list for you. Looking a bit cheeky there, Santa. It's a nice fireplace that they have set up. And this is the kind of thing that we're after. Baubles, but ideally ones that come in a multi-pack and are a little bit cheaper. I don't think our tree is quite big enough for these ones. I do like a bit of tinsel. This Santa plays different tunes on his piano when you put a music book down in front of him. These displays never turned on, which is a shame. I'd like to see them dancing around. I'm not sure what they do. I'm imagining they dance around on this mat. I managed to get it working by giving them a nudge. Until they got stuck again. Dance for me. Mrs Claus is leading. How very modern. I think the problem is they get a little bit stuck on the edge of the mat. It's very white in this section. Oh dear, I have just seen a very creepy snowman.
And the thing that will make the rent is the carol that you sing. What within the world
I'm sorry, I just find him very creepy. Very freaky looking. What was that with his eyes?
Wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle telling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling.
I swear he can see into my soul.
There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmas.
Oh gosh, his eyes are following me.
It's the most
Did you see his eyes again? That confirms it. He's listening.
wonderful time of the year.
That's it. You go back to sleep. Santa Claus and Mrs Claus. I wonder what she's baking. You ever seen someone smile so hard you know something's wrong? Yeah, she's seen things. He looks like he's smiling, but inside he's whispering, please, no more mince pies. And where are you going? Something keeps making a ting-ting ding-a-ling sound. Ah, this is the culprit. Santa's marching band. That's loud, I heard it all the way across the room. Gingerbread, just what I like, but more for the eating than for a pillow. Some more of those infinity mirrors and some gonks and penguins. I wanted one of these festive train sets. You see them in the shops, but they never seem to be working though. And here's a prime example of it not working.
Oh, is that? Do you connect the tree?
Very sparkly and glittery. Ooh, that's a very large gingerbread. My kind of gingerbread. I particularly like the look of this fellow. I think we have something in common. And here's the darkened section with all the lights in. Very sparkly reindeer. It's the area where you can really get to show off the lights. Along with the nice festive display. I wish I had room for all these models, because I'd love just watching them for hours. Have a look at this one going for it on the swing. We've got the ski lift there going up, although I think there's supposed to be more than one actual seat on the ski lift. I think the others must have fallen off somewhere. And yet again, as always, the train is not running. Well, this is the tram line, but also the train set is not running, which is disappointing because I've never actually managed to see them work. Unfortunately, I think there's something wrong with Santa's reindeer.
But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow.
His mouth's on the wonk. A lovely rendition, even if your jaw is slightly desiccated. And of course you've got the normal gardening tools, since gardening still goes on even if there is Christmas around. These are quite nice. Hot air balloon lanterns. Not sure I'm keen on these animals with the LED eyes though. I think they'll look quite freaky in the garden at night. It's safe to say there's plenty outside, but it's also cold and I'm not going out there. Something for the pests in your life. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. And feed your lawn. Definitely more than a tuppence a bag. Not sure I'd want a rotating spinning tree. Might be distracting. This elf certainly found it distracting and got stuck inside.
Is he okay?
Oh, this poor deer. It doesn't look too happy. I think they might fix it. Can't see his eyes either. Lots of lights for your trees, but what we've discovered is they don't actually have any big multi-packs of baubles. They're all those little single ones and a very small selection of those. With such a large garden centre, we thought we were guaranteed to find some multi-packs of baubles, but no, a little bit of a disappointment. So we're going to have to go somewhere else. Possibly, someone said TK Maxx. Either that or Amazon, but ideally we wanted to see them before we bought them. That's just weird. And that marks the end of our trip and visit to this Blue Diamond Garden Centre. And to be honest, we were slightly disappointed in the amount of Christmas decorations they had up. It was slightly lacking in the areas before the food hall, and we were disappointed in the lack of multi-pack baubles. Well, that's it for the Blue Diamond Garden Centre. Unfortunately, we didn't find any Christmas baubles on this occasion, so we're going to have a look somewhere else. If we find some, I'll let you know, and you can have a look. And off bauble hunting we went, but first a cheeky trip to Wetherspoons, followed by a hunt round TK Maxx, along with some strange finds, and an unexpected visit to a Christmassy B&Q. So be sure to check out the next video. Tatty bye.